Hey, what's up, guys? This is Tim, Everything Sharp channel, and today we got a unboxing, but first we got a review. We are going to review the Kizer Hawk. I have had this knife in and out of pocket now long enough. I think I can give you an honest review on it. Starting out, this is an excellent knife, excellent action, excellent detent. Phenomenal blade steel, S45VN blade steel. I've cut everything you can cut with it, from head to toe, strap, cardboard. You can see the edge is still super duper sharp there. And just a phenomenal knife. Kizer killed it in 2024. This by far is probably my favorite model. So we got contoured titanium scales. We got micro machining on the scales. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. There you can see it. Micro machining all over the scales. You got these speed holes. Inside the speed holes, the titanium is smooth. You got a lanyard hole that goes all the way through, which is cut out back here at the back. This is an open construction. You do have a back spacer that is starting to patina. It's a geared back spacer. The copper is on the back spacer and around the pivot collars, front and back. You have a pocket clip that works really good. I was worried about it at first because it's so shallow, but it works really good. And then you have micro machining back here on the back, up to a frag pattern, and then smooth around the pivot. So this knife has it all. Good access to the lock bar. This is a liner lock. It's a liner lock. This liner is only on the back and it isn't set. It has been milled out for weight reduction. Then you got this sheet foot drop point blade of S45VN. Really good slicer. Jimping on the back of the blades is pretty good and effective. Means of deployment, you have the flipper tab where you can push it, or you can light flip it, and it fires really good, guys. Fast, because that detent nub. Stonewashed S45VN blade. The whole knife is T8. Let's see. T8s around the whole knife. So no T6s on this one, which is great. This shape of blade is what I really like. You know, the tip's down so you're not real high doing any kind of cut. Pinch grip's nice. Saber grip's phenomenal. Every way you grab this knife, it's comfortable. And the action is so dialed in that it's on ceramic bearings. And you have, most knives have a detent ball where that's a detent post. So when it breaks that, it fires on out there. And another thing they added on this knife was 2 stop pins. Gives you a little bit more security when locked up. But just a phenomenal tool. I've cut everything with it, like I said, from ratchet strap to tubing to cardboard. And it's still got an incredible edge on it. You know, it could be used to maybe stropped up a little bit, but I don't know. Let's see. Let's get out the best sharpness tester. Got to tell us everything we need to know. Reset this wiring here. Pull this wiring out. Hope everyone's having a good day. What's going on here? I'm trying to get it out, guys. I don't know if it got locked around the screw. Yeah, it got locked around the screw. Hope everyone's having a good day. It was about 30-something degrees here today, I guess. Let's tighten this down. Pull this down under the bearing. Tighten that back down. She's tight. Let's cut it on. So the way this best thing sharpener tests, it tests pressure down. Where I moved it there, we should have a 0. Then let's see. $2.90. So we're still in high-end new cutlery edges on that knife. And like I said, it's been used, but we're still in anywhere from $200 to $300 is high-end, new high-end cutlery edges. So not bad for what all it's been through, what all it's cut. So it's held a good edge for quite some time now, and this one is one I would highly suggest. It's the Kizer Hawk. They have a full DLC variant. This one is just more me, just a raw titanium. A little bit of copper. The patina, the copper's starting to patina back there in the back, turn a little bit green. This is really cool. Just all around good design. And well thought out knife. Still perfectly centered. Just a really good knife. That's the Kizer Hawk, guys. That's my opinion of it. Like I said, it's just a phenomenal blade, phenomenal tool. Alright, let me grab a few knives. While I'm grabbing a few knives, if you guys don't mind, hit that like button. If you're subscribed, I'm glad you're a subscriber. If you're new to the channel, we're glad to have you too. And I'm going to grab out a couple knives just so we can have some knife comparisons out. Alright, thank you for hitting that like button while I was away from the camera for a second. So, we got a... Sorry, I hit the camera. We got RCB blades to look at. This is going to be the RCT003 Appalachian Jack from Rosecraft Blades. They come in a slider box. These are made in China, guys. Here's what the top of the box will look like. It comes in like wax paper. And then we got the knife. This is in D2 steel. Go ahead and tell you right off the bat. It didn't come perfectly centered. So we have contoured synthetic scales here. This is pin construction, full back spring. You have a pry bar down here on the end of the knife, which is really cool. Just to think that this pattern, believe was first created in the 1930s. And just to think 1930s people were smart enough to put a pry bar on a knife. It's crazy. Work with it, little bitty pry bar. I wish it was a little bit finer back there. It's not real thin back here. I wish it was a little bit finer back there. Pin construction. You have an inlay here of like a shield or pineapple or something. Then you have nickel bolsters. Everything is stainless on this. You have a nail pull. I give the pull maybe a 3 or 4. The walk and talk, 4 or 5 on the walk and talk. Ergonomically, this knife is super comfortable, guys, because those contoured scales that's on it. You have a drop point, kind of drop point, clip point blade of D2 steel. You have the RCB Rosecraft blades there at the stock back here at the end of the blade stock. You have D2 steel, and then I don't know why they have these China stickers. Well, I know why, because they're from China, but I don't know why they put a sticker on it, because it just gets glue on the blade. So Just a satin on the blade there. And we do have a half stop. The pull on this one, for guys with kind of bad hands, bad fingers, it's not really hard, because you got that nail nick and you got enough blade sticking out of the handle there where you can grab it and pull it out. I'm not even using the nail nick. The bolsters, both sides are even on the bolsters. The lines for the bolsters there are even. This knife was like 59 bucks, I believe it was. The fit and finish on it's good as any slip joint. You know, the materials are not as good as any slip joint, but the fit and finish on it, you can't feel the pins, nothing protruding. That back spacer's all the way flush. Where the bolsters start and stop there, where the synthetic scales are, you can't feel it. Nothing's elevated, nothing's lifted. The spring in the half stop position is smooth as well. This is a full-size knife, guys. Feels really good in hand. Like I said, all the grips are going to feel really good. It's a slicer. Jeez, on Pete. Think I'm super sharp. Good job, Rosecraft. Some case knives I take out of the box won't even cut like that. And that's the honest truth. If you don't believe me, look at some of the case videos. I'll tell you what, I want to see how sharp this thing is real quick. We do some size comparisons, talk about it a little bit more and weigh it and get out of here. But let's see how sharp this thing is. That thing was a laser beam across that paper. Pull this out, put it down there. Just let it hang up there. Tighten that back down. Pull this across. I've got a knife I'm really excited to get in. It was supposed to be here today, but don't look like it's coming today. I'm just really excited to get it. I'm not gonna leak out what it is. I hit you guys again. You're gonna be bouncing for just a minute. I'm not gonna leak out what it is. We'll just have to wait and see when we get it in. Hopefully tomorrow to be here. Alright guys, let's see how sharp this Rosecraft blades come. It's already at 5, hang on. That didn't do it. $160, guys. That is utility razor sharp. Good job. $160. So that thing's got a wicked edge on it. It's utility razor sharp. I mean, it's just a phenomenal knife. You're getting D2 steel, which everybody rags on D2, but it is a budget steel. I would call this a budget slip joint. It's going to be a full-size knife. Cutting edge, you're right at maybe 2 7/8. Overall, including the pry bar, you're at 7 3/4. Without the pry bar, you're at about 7 1/2, 7 3/8. So, not bad. Not bad. Weight on this guy, maybe 3 ounces, 4 ounces, something like that. It's not super heavy. 3.3 ounces, so not bad. Size comparisons. Let's see, we got out the Benchmade bug out. Benchmade bug out, if I put it, Benchmade bug out is a tad bit longer. Alright, one of my favorites, Kunwu Kizer. Those two are about the same size as well. And we got out the Barlow by Rosecraft Blades. It's a little bit shorter of a knife. And I just noticed that on that one. It's either got a chip in the wood or something. And then we got out the QSP. I can't remember the name of this one. Let's say the QSP liner slip joint there. It's a little bit shorter. So this is a full-size knife, guys. Listen to this one. Listen to the open. Swishing. Love this knife. It's the Kunwu Kizer. But this knife right here, I'd say for the money, 50, 55 bucks. If you needed a slip joint and wanted a good work knife for a slip joint, this would absolutely be it. Something you wouldn't have to worry about tearing up. You know, 59 bucks. You got a pry bar on the back of it. You guys seen how sharp that knife come. Sharpening choil and plunge grind, they give you a little life, not a lot. Just clip point blade. The blade stock is square at the top, comes down the clip to 2 swedges. Super thin edge out there on it, and D2's got a little bit of good toughness to it and a decent bit of edge retention. It's hard to believe that, you know, this knife pattern has been around for so long, and they had a pry bar on the back of it that long ago. You know, if you're trying to get into something, you got the knife there, get into it, pop it, not even have to take the blade out. If you need to cut something, it's right there. The contoured scales are very ergonomic. Reverse grip, pinch grip, decent walk and talk on it. 59 bucks, yeah. I'm telling you, Rosecraft blades are craftsmanship and sharpening. They got case beat, you know, on their sharpening for sure. And I haven't seen one yet that come uneven, uncentered, anything like that. You guys have a good evening, a good rest of your week. We'll see you tomorrow. Rosecraft blades, Appalachian Jack. Stay safe, stay sharp, stay warm.